So, I have some bad news and some even worse news.
Does that mean you finally talked to someone on Earth about us?
Well, sort of, yes. It looks like they want me to keep you a secret from the rescue team. Smuggle you on board.
Oh. And for what reason, if I may ask?
It's politics, you know? The corporation wants to be in control of the narrative. I guess they don't trust grunts to keep their mouths shut. But, I'm not sure we need to worry about that just yet, because that was the less bad news. The worst news is the rescue ship might end up not picking us up at all.
What?
I set up the beacon. Just as the light was going up in the air, suddenly something jammed it. As if there was, I don't know, an invisible barrier up in the sky.
Are you sure you activated the beacon correctly?
Want to go out there and try it yourself?
No need to get worked up, Jan. An invisible barrier in the sky is just as unexpected for me as it is for you.
Well, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been in vain, and we'll end up fried down here. It's not just about the beacon. If light can't get out, then a ship won't get in either.
Yes. Right. Let's stay cool. Give me a moment to study this thing.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I suppose in that case, the conversation about smuggling us on board should be postponed. I suggest we don't mention it to anyone just yet, so as not to cause unwanted agitation.
Right. One problem at a time, huh?
Yes. Let me research whatever this barrier is. First, you could use the time to look around the area, secure resources. We'll probably need them if we're to overcome yet another obstacle.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Marie? Marie Skwitkowska? Where the hell did you find that old thing? Oh, I use it as an anti-stress ball, so it's always lying around.
Anti-stress ball? This duck was the first audience for so many papers I wrote.
Time for Marie to get back to her proper job. Hello? Lena, is that you?
Yeah. It wasn't easy to convince them, but they let me through. One last time before you set off, I guess.
Right. About that. It turns out it might be more difficult for the rescue ship to pick me up than anyone imagined.
What do you mean?
Same old, same old. More obstacles. Speaking of which, I met your boss.
Agatha? Yeah. Look, I feel bad about telling her. I know you're worried for their safety, but honestly, I'm more worried for yours. And I'm not sure it's right to lie to people who, well, your life depends on them.
You did the right thing. Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, thanks.
Whatever happens, I hope we get to talk more when I'm back. I've had some interesting thoughts out here.
I'm sure you have. And I believe we will get a chance to talk. I know you'll make it. You'll get back home safely with Rapidium, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. It's gonna be okay. I just know it. And there's one more thing I want you to know. Agatha said they don't intend to involve you in my trial. You and Dr. Paulson. So, he's not gonna get into any trouble for helping you out with those implants. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good for me, really.
Shit, that's actually, you know what? I think I need to go. I just, yeah, I better...
Lana? What's the matter? Oh. What just happened? Okay, I'm ready. Let's get this done. Is it very painful? That's the whole point of it, Jan. It worked. How do you like it? Oh, it's awesome. I need to show it off to the others. Thanks, man. It means the world to me.
Man, once we're out of here, I'm gonna hit the
Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Holy shit. My lucky cards. Right. Lucky. Oh, what is this, huh? Judgment? Oh, shame? Regret?
Well, I took them with me hoping for some entertainment, but now that you mentioned their unique properties, I feel like a cheater.
A winner, not a cheater. Anyway, I'll gladly relieve you from this burden.
Lena?
Listen, we don't have much time. I had to find a different way to get through to you. The previous connection wasn't safe.
Not safe? What do you mean?
You said Agatha told you Vin Paulson wouldn't be held accountable for helping me with you. But I never told her he was helping me. We worked in different departments, so even my team weren't aware. You were the only one who knew he was in on this. The only way Agatha could find out was if she was listening in.
Ma'am. Do you think, I mean... What else did we talk about? Are you in trouble?
I don't know. But there's something you should know. The rescue team they're sending to get you out of there, they're an armed unit, special ops. Maybe it's because of the Rapidium. But maybe there are other reasons. You should be careful.
Military men. Wow. So the corporation is a bunch of cold-blooded murderers. Agatha told me to smuggle my alters on board that ship. What if it was just a smokescreen?
Smuggle them? That's strange. Unless... No.
Just say what you're thinking.
It might not be about what the rescue team knows, Jan. But about what your alters think. If they believe they're safe, hidden, in cryosleep, they'll simply be...
An easy kill. That's what you're saying.
Damn it, Agatha. I should have known she can't be trusted. I wish I could help you somehow.
Maybe you can, actually.
Really? Tell me.
Lucas. Maxwell's former assistant, the guy in STC. I know he got cut off, but I think they're underestimating him. So, let's assume for a moment that I do manage to get the rescue team to land safely. Maybe there's a way you could take control of the ship remotely. Steer it someplace safe, far away from Ally Corp.
What about the implants? They can be tracked. You know that, don't you?
True. Can't they be disabled somehow?
I guess I could cause a little breakdown in our medical system. They're not unusual, you know? Hardware crashes leading to loss of data.
Lena, you are the best.
Yeah, I know.
So, does that mean you'll try and contact Lucas?
I'll give it a shot, yeah. Why not?
Thank you, Lena. Really, really. Thank you.
Don't. Just make sure that ship can land and you get the hell out of there.
I'm working on it.
Good luck, then.
So, about your coming back. Yeah? You got something new? Actually, I talked to Lena, and I might have an idea how to keep the corporation away from you. Really? What is it? Well, if we hijacked the ship somehow and redirected it to a safe location far away from Allied Corp's radars, Lena said she could disable your implants so that you'd no longer be trackable. You'd be back on Earth, and you could be free. Free, huh? Right. There is one thing we'd have to take care of first, though.
What's that? Well, while you were away, we discovered that there's a barrier in the sky, blocking the way for the rescue ship. I'd be lying if I said I couldn't use your help with it. It's a kind of, all hands on deck situation. So that's what the Karen shit was all about, huh? You know how it is. One hand washes the other. Yeah. I guess neither of us was ever an idealist. At least we can be honest about that. Fine. We'll do it. We'll help you. Yeah? Seriously? Yeah. What are we waiting for?
Jan, come and see me. There's a matter I wanted to...
Happy to be back in the base?
Oh, you bet. I don't know. The recycler and that turf, we were heading for a nasty time.
How does it feel to be back?
First observations? The scientists swiped my reading lamp, and there's a hell of a mess in the toolbox. But on the upside, the base hasn't fallen apart. So, not so bad.
Yeah.
It's good to have you back.
I miss your ugly face, too.
So, the team's back together. You did a good job fighting for them like that.
We have better enemies than ourselves. Although,
I might change that opinion if the technician keeps leaving his dirty laundry all over the place.
there's something I gotta tell you.
Our fugitives are back. The base was empty without them. I guess so.
You want me to take care of this?
wanted to talk?
Yeah. It happened to me in the rebel camp, and not like it's anything important. You played a role in it, so...
What is it?
Remember that time you sent me to the contemplation room? Because I was working my ass off like crazy. And how I told you about that book.
Of course, yeah, I remember. Ahab, the peg-legged whale hunter.
Right. Well... guess what? When we ran off, turned out the whale they were hunting was the one that bit off Ahab's leg. Imagine that. He took his goddamn ship around the whole fucking world to hunt down the son of a bitch. And all the people on board had...
So, how did it end? Did Ahab...
He sure fucking tried. But he failed, drowned, and took his whole crew down with him. The monster got the best of him.
Sounds like a sad ending.
Yeah. And now that I think of it, maybe that Ahab guy wasn't thinking clearly. 'Cause he just couldn't get over what crippled him. Messed him up as a man. Like the last thing he'd ever admit to was being a loser.
Look where that got him.
Yeah. Well, it didn't do me no funny thing. That whole story made me realize something that never...
Yeah? What's that?
That it's, no shame to be weak.
Okay.
Now, I think it's time I got back to work. But I wouldn't want to end up like it.
So, it's a relief. Make sure we don't fall into the hands of the corporation. You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah,
Go ahead. I wanted to thank you for fighting so hard to bring us back. Back where we belong. I gotta tell you, when I was out there, it wasn't the fear of dying that bothered me the most. It was that feeling of being cut off from some important part of me. I owe you an apology. Steered clear of the corporation after all. You were right about how...
yeah. But it was a mistake. I used to think that being implacable was the quality of a true leader. But now, I'm not so sure I know what it means to be a leader anymore.
A real leader keeps...
Well, I wish that maybe having fun and looking for adventures with a bunch of fierce ocelots really was...
Never mind. Thanks for... Hey,
Is that...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. A beautiful day.
So, the prodigal sons are back.
Good. All hands on deck. I hope you're planning on maximizing their potential. By which I mean,
I'll make them work hard. Don't worry. Everything okay? Yeah. I think they... What matters is we're all back. happy to have every... Sure. You know me.
And cargo left. Maneuvering here must have been a nightmare. Found my Boy Scout badge. Go fierce ocelots. Find me when you have a moment.
Did you manage to find out more about the barrier?
I'm afraid I don't have good news. For a moment, I was hoping we could redirect the ship to another area, but it seems that won't be possible. What we've called the barrier is, in fact, a strong force-filled layer of interlapping distortions. A sort of prism entanglement.
So it's yet another anomaly. Okay, we have ways to deal with them, right? Do you know where it stems from?
Well, you see, that's the problem. It seems to be everywhere. Covering the entire surface like a dome, or a layer of the atmosphere.
Wait, what? But are you trying to tell me it was here when I landed?
It must have been here the whole time, looming above us, invisible to the human eye. Fascinating. So was it the cause of your ship's malfunction? Could have been, yes.
You're saying we're doomed. After all we've been through, it turns out there's just no way out of here?
Let's not jump to conclusions. I believe the nature of this gigantic prism distortion needs to be studied more.
But how? We can't fly.
Right. But we've made fragmentary observations on the surface, and I think we can still learn more. I've located 3 areas with particularly strong interference characteristics that match the electromagnetic fluctuations typical for this kind of distortion. They should be marked on your map. I want you to take a closer look at them and bring me more data.
Something unusual here. Like a giant horizontal branch reaching somewhere. Good. Let me analyze the data properly. Like structure growing upward. Upward, you say? Yes. I think I know how we could use that information. Like some kind of root system. I'm getting some quite extraordinary readings from there. I think I'm starting to see something here. I know what you mean. They seem connected. Come back to the base and we'll talk more. Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet. So, what do you make of the data we collected?
Interesting. Very interesting. The three fragments of the interval apparently form a single structure.
Right. Yeah, it almost looked like it could be part of a gigantic tree of some sort.
A huge vertical framework on a proximity plane. It could be our way up.
A way up? How do you mean? For what?
Reaching the barrier and destroying it.
But I don't understand. It's not even there, physically.
And that is exactly the issue we will have to solve. What would you say if I told you we should look for a way to materialize that structure?
A way to materialize the interim? Knowing you, I'm pretty sure you already have one.
Of course I don't. It's not that simple, Jan. But I do have an initial plan. Based on all the data we've collected so far, I think I came up with a way to disintegrate this barrier. Fragmentize the prism entanglement. But it can't be done from down here. You're going to have to reach for the sky, and that structure seems to be the best way to get there.
But is that even possible? To make it physically accessible?
What if I told you Professor Frankov believed it was possible?
Really? Tell me more.
You see, Frankov devised a theoretical experiment in which he proved that if an electromagnetic field was powerful enough, it could pull a proximity plane closer to us. The force field would have to be extremely strong and the object no larger than a grain of sand. But according to his calculations, it could physically materialize.
Well, we're gonna need more than a grain of sand.
Don't forget, we have something that Frankov didn't. Rapidium.
Oh. That's... bold.
Bold.
Dangerous.
And necessary.
So you really think you can do it?
I know it sounds impossible, but if we pull this off, there's so much more to gain than just our survival.
A scientific breakthrough.
And we can play a leading role in it.
What do you want me to do?
The fragmenting device I told you about, I've drawn up a raw design for you to start building it. And I'll set to work on reconstructing Frankov's theory and finding a way to materialize that structure for us. It is possible. I simply know it.
Lucas, you got through again.
Your wife. She asked me to call you, said you were having second thoughts about trusting Agatha. Why the hell did you let them know? You should have listened to me and Maxwell.
that would have been even worse. All Maxwell wanted was to use my alters for his experiments. He didn't care about anything else.
And you're basing that assumption on what? The ever so reliable corporate narrative? They were only waiting for an opportunity to get rid of him. His vision scared the shit out of them.
Did you know what happened to his patients?
What do you mean?
I mean that Maxwell wasn't honest with me about what was really going on in Project Ela. I know about the patient who ripped himself apart because of multiple mind record overwrites. And all the other patients who self-harmed continuously, but Maxwell never informed anybody. I know the real reason the corporation killed your project. Don't tell me you weren't aware of that. Lucas?
That's just bullshit. Plain bullshit. Nothing like that ever happened.
You're starting to sound like you've got something to hide, Lucas. Maybe you just want to protect Maxwell's reputation at all costs. But if you could look me in the eye right now, would you swear that not a single person got harmed in those experiments? Especially after you told me how much that project meant for Maxwell personally. Would you swear on your life, Lucas?
Well, there were some rumors at one point that a patient that he was, well, a little unstable and he might have... But at his family's request, we buried his data. That's what Maxwell said.
Did you bury any more data?
What? No, what are you talking about? Look, we were working with mentally disturbed people. Accidents happen. But Maxwell was just trying to help them.
Look, I believe his motives are pure and he really wants to undo the damage he's inflicted, but don't you think he's lost the way?
Well, whatever he was doing, you've put an end to it. You know, don't blame me for being scared of Agatha and her gang.
Then help me save my alters from them.
Why should I do that?
Because you're a good person. You're not just Maxwell's guy. You have a heart of your own. Didn't Grandma tell you to always follow your heart or something like that?
Absolutely not. She always told me to be rational. Shit, Jan. Okay, just tell me what you're thinking.
Well, you're a QC navigator, and I'm guessing it would be a piece of cake for you to take control of the rescue ship and dispatch us somewhere else. Somewhere no one would find us.
Wait, what are you talking about, Jan? Hijacking a ship full of Rapidium? And you've really lost your mind.
But you could do it, right? For me.
I don't know, Jan. This is all very confusing. I'm already in all sorts of trouble. I need to think this over, okay? I'm not sure about what part I would have to play in all this. I guess I'm not used to playing a significant part in anything.
Sure, Lucas. Think it over. Just remember I'm a little pressed for time here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, man. I'd like to talk to you. It feels good to be back.
You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah. Thanks for checking up on me. I know you're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, so, why don't you cut to the chase already?
Sure, yeah, it's not that easy to say. I'm not used to doing so much thinking as I've been doing.
Just tell me what it is you want. It's gonna make things easier for both.
Yeah, maybe. I've wasted so much time not doing a single damn thing for myself. And now, who knows what's gonna happen to me? What if this is it? This is all the time I had.
I see. You're...
Yeah. No use pretending. I'm scared, but I can take it.
So...
Well, remember our...
I guess I might.
Well, I do. We were really good at doing it. The best in class. But what matters more, we loved doing it. I loved doing it, just for myself. After I lost my hand, I started remembering it, obsessing over it even. Of all the things I wouldn't be able to do, that one stuck in my head like a fucking nail.
It's normal. You were grieving.
I was miserable as sin. And then when you gave me that new arm up here, you'd think going back to something that made me happy would be obvious, right? Wrong. I wasn't interested in enjoying myself. Well, now I want to change that.
Seriously? You want to enjoy...
You make... But it's only a part of something else.
Oh.
I really don't want to talk.
And where the hell are you gonna get wood?
Well, you seen those tree-like structures in this region? They ain't made of wood, but they sure behave very much like it. I already did a test or two. They're harder, tougher, but so am I, right?
You want to carve that?
If you happen to run into some loose pieces of that rock, yeah, I could give it a... Of course, I'm...
Okay. Well, that... But you're gonna have to tell me what that secret...
Yeah.
Hey, man. Huh. Oh, your badge, huh? I didn't even... It was just pinned to one of my old t-shirts. Well, you kept it. That means... that I don't do my law. Yet another... Seriously, isn't it funny how, despite our differences, at the root, we might all care for the same... When we talked before, you were right about a lot of things. About that demo... I was blinded, and I crossed a line I shouldn't have crossed because I was so fucking scared of losing the respect of the people. Their love. You want to know the real reason I never left with Ben like the refiner did? Tell me. Because his affection wasn't enough for me. I wanted to be cherished by the masses. It was all about my ego. You shouldn't overreact. What's done is done. The best you can do is move on. All this time, I got so carried away with loyalty
togetherness. I forgot that if your comrade gets in the line of fire, your job is to pull him back and not let him die. Because when you start thinking that a victory can belong to someone... And you know the craziest thing? If you'd never woken me up here on this mission, I'd never have to go back. But then again, because breaking up a team is something a fierce ocelot. Thank you for keeping this. Thank you for reminding me who I really am and what really matters to me.
What's on your mind? Honestly, I can't wrap my head around how real my memories are. I mean, the state of the world. Ben working on that platform. Except... You will be, soon enough. We just need to give it all... Yeah. That sounds almost like... that... What about... Well... What if... I mean, he's working for the same company with the same people using the same equipment, and believe me, nobody puts safety. So it got me thinking that if nothing bad has happened by now, maybe, but only that it hasn't happened. Okay. And what if that turns... No. I'll never forget how I felt afterwards. Asking myself, why? I was afraid I'd be out of work. Besides, we never thought it was anything serious. Never thought, you know. I see. Must have, I don't know. I suppressed so much. Only to end up here and suddenly ask myself, what if I... Second. First. How do you want to do that? Listen to this. I have... Oh, Lucas, no, forget it. Well... Send an anonymous tip-off about all the bad shit that's surely still going on. She won't be risking anything. If it turns out not to be true, then that's fine. They'll pass the inspection and carry on doing what they were doing. But if something is wrong, she'll help save not only Ben, but many other lives. Don't tell me that doesn't matter. Oh. Thanks.
This could be the weird rock mentioned by the miner. I should take it back to him.
I've got your carving materials and chisels set. So, what's the story? What are you gonna be making? Okay, man, I wanna remake myself. Whoa. Of course not. What's wrong with you? Never heard of a fucking metaphor? The story of that Ahab dude made me realize what I kept asking myself. Trust me, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Thanks, but no. That quantum computer created me to do a job. Now the job's coming to an end, and I have to find something new for myself. I just need to dig deeper into whatever's making me so uptight. Maybe when I'm back on Earth and somehow nobody decides my dead body's worth more than my life, I'll find someone I can talk to. But for now, I just wanted to feel that excitement again. That feeling when I held a piece of wood in my hand and a chip, and damn well only. Well, trust me. Say, here, let's get us out of this mess first. Fair point. What the hell is this thing?
A custom-built Rapidium-infused electromagnetic field generator. Normally, electromagnetic waves operate on a limited frequency spectrum. But with the extreme nature of Rapidium particles, the possibilities become infinite. The frequency spectrum can be stretched so that our waves will be able to penetrate all potential landscapes and disturb their magnetic fields. In effect, pulling the proximity plane towards us, just like a magnet. Really? It's that simple? I prefer the word elegant, provided it works as expected. It would be much more reasonable to test this theory in a safer environment before putting it to such extreme use.
Well, we don't seem to have the luxury of testing anything in a safe environment. So I guess we'll just have to close our eyes and push the button.
Maybe your ignorance is a blessing in this case, because we don't have a choice. We are treading on thin ice here. Once activated, the module will start emitting an extremely powerful electromagnetic field affecting not only the outside world, but also inside the base. The effects are hard to predict, but it can be everything from instruments malfunctioning to the entire base being annihilated within minutes.
Sounds encouraging.
Once we turn this thing on and the internal structure materializes, you will need to act quickly. Climb it as fast as you can. Penetrate the prism entanglement, place the fragmenting device there, and press start. While you're up there, the rest of us will be fighting to keep the base in one piece. And if there's anything I can tell you for sure, it's that we will not be able to hold the fort for long.
So, I only get one shot.
Exactly. That's why it's vital that we have all hands on deck.
I think we have everyone we need.
It will have to be flawlessly prepared. Battery packs, robust radiation protection, abundant repair kits on stock. There'll be no time to resupply, no way for you to come back to the base mid-mission. And no time for the rest of us to take care of anything other than protecting the base from falling apart.
And here I was, thinking you'd give me a pep talk.
well, you're getting cold facts instead. Here's one crucial point. It will be wisest to start in the morning. We don't know how long it will take you to get up there, and the last thing you'd want to encounter is night radiation on top of that structure.
What if you can't hold it up for as long as I need? And the whole thing dematerializes while I'm up there?
Like I said, you'll need to be fast, and we'll need to be strong.
Right.
When you're ready to start, go to the foot of the structure and call me on the radio. On your signal, I'll activate this beast, and we'll see what kind of hell we've unleashed.
Jan, what's the matter?
Not yet, but it could.
What are you talking about?
Saving lives.
What?
It's a long story, but I know for sure that it's not
Okay.
Well, it seems that if I'd stayed abroad at some point in my life, I could have ended up on an oil rig. Like my altar, the refiner.
And?
Experienced we carried out a little research, and crazy as it sounds, there's a big chance
Really? How's that?
we established that the same people worked there, just like my altar remembers it. His friend, Ben Harris, we think many lives can be saved.
That's extraordinary. But lately, what exactly would you have me do?
Well, you could, simply tip off the right people about the working conditions down there. Anonymously, of course. Just point their attention.
You mean report a company that I have absolutely no knowledge of and based on testimony from a simulation? Wow, I mean, hell, that sounds so...
I know it's absurd, but honestly, that could put the whole mission at risk, you know?
Okay, fine. It's by far the most ridiculous thing anyone's ever asked of me.
Thank you, Lena.
The moment you start...
All right, I'm ready. Let's get this party started. Wow, it worked.
Jan, it's not looking good down here. The base is under extreme pressure. Surge of electrostatic discharges. Instruments are unstable, but your battery might actually profit from that anomaly.
prism anomaly. That slowed me down. I need to press on. Jan, we're not gonna hold on. Get up there and destroy that son of a bitch. Almost there. What? Come on. Not more anomalies. Jan, the materializer, it's gonna give in. Launch the device, quick. Yes, I made it. Here goes. Get the hell out of there. It's going to disintegrate. You need to get down now. No other way down. Holy shit! Okay. Talk about a close shave. Okay. Let's see how things are going back at the crib.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back. Did quite well, don't you think?
That felt good. We did it.
And once we're out of here,
Man, we played it
No,
like
and
a
not
well-conducted
leave without a-
orchestra.
Activated. Activated.
Lena?
Hey. So, I did it. I sent the tip off about your oil rig from an anonymous account.
And?
Well, guess what? They asked me for details. And of course, I couldn't give them any, so they were polite but not impressed. They didn't take me seriously.
Man, I know it was a long shot, but at one point I really started to believe.
It's not the end, Jan.
It's not?
I thought that if I don't have the information they need, maybe I could reach out to someone who does. So I contacted Ben Harris.
You didn't.
I did. I was expecting him to be suspicious or hostile, even, at a stranger calling him out of the blue. But he was a really friendly guy.
So I've heard.
Yeah, he was a little confused when I didn't want to introduce myself, but I got to the point quickly.
Do you think it worked?
I have no idea. But he didn't write it off. Looks like he was considering speaking out earlier. He just needed a little push from the outside. Whatever happens now, I guess it's done. Your alternate life path just interfered with reality.
It's funny. We'll never know if it was necessary.
Thanks for telling me that now.
Yeah. Thanks for doing something as crazy as that for me. You really went out of your way for this thing.
Sure. Crazy stuff was always my strong suit.
I won't argue with that.
Yeah, right. Anyway, you'd better get back to your preparations. You don't have much time left.
I know, but it was worth it. Thank you. So, I have news. What? Easy, easy. It's not the end of the road yet. Brenda didn't have much luck with the anonymous tip-off, but she managed is willing to consider whistleblowing any problems with safe. And, huh. Wow. Yeah. It's amazing. If you just... I always knew that, and I'm... Well, whatever happens, ending. For me, it seemed you still remember that it wouldn't be a good idea to reach out to Ben. I know the thought of me doing that scares the shit out of me. And I don't know what I'd do given the chance, but if someone is meant for you sooner, even if the rules of... I can put it that way. That's because you understand it. You know what it means to love somebody. I guess... Thank... That's your lucky day. Yes!
Probably won't say nothing to you, but
The Nativity by Piero della Francesca. I am your father.
Yeah!
Ambulance.
The cups were out of position.
Perfect.
Hell yeah!
Perfect.
whenever you done,
Son,
Yes!
I'll hop off.
you are my creation.
I got this.
What is your name?
Hell yeah!
David. Why don't you play something?
Exciting that we're gonna start from scratch.
I'll beat you next time.
On Earth. I mean,
Lock. Selection. Dealer's choice.
both of you. Trust me, Greg. You got it.
You don't want to
What's
talk?
up?
What's up, bro?
Hey, everybody.